Greetings, YouTube. Happy content day. Happy new content day. There's a lot of questions regarding the store for the new content. I've started getting rewards without even realizing it in the time that I've played this game. Today we've got like milestone 5, which, hey, we'll take it. Again, you can see what's weird about something like this is that the tier 6 basic for Thronebreaker is perfectly in half, but not the tier 3 alpha. I still wonder sometimes how this is calculated. 6-star shards is the same though, so that's good. So we have these new currencies, right? These mind filaments that are starting to pop up in Legends rewards, and the cool thing is most of them you get just from doing things that you would normally do. So I am a huge fan when that can be the case. And likewise, there is, depending on your progression level, a pretty exciting store for you to spend them on, and after claiming all of those, I instantly have over 6,600. So, as always, I don't care if we're talking about the body filament forge or the mind filament forge, you're going to want to spend your currency on things that you can't easily get in normal game modes. This is, without a doubt, my best advice and my most common advice. Now, it doesn't mean that there won't be people who are tempted to buy these super cool profile pics. You know, I actually think these things look pretty awesome, and Aegon is one of my favorite champions of all time, but I'm not going to start with those profile pics. In fact, I may not purchase any of them. Same with the titles. I feel like they should have been 200, not 2,000. Because when you scroll down just a little bit and you consider that 2,000 is more than half of 1,000 6-star shards, I don't know about you, but sorry, profile pics or titles, unless it's designated to mean something, to mean anything, I'm not going to care about it. So obviously the 6-star generic awakening gem is very appealing to a lot of people. I will say that I have 5. As you can see, I own 5 of these. And so, believe it or not, this is the first time I can say this without a doubt. I'm going to move this Awakening Gem to last, because for the price tag, I can get 10 Tier 6 Basic Catalyst Fragments or 10 Tier 2 Alpha, Tier 3 Alpha, and I can buy actually all 20 of those between the 10 Tier 6 and the 10 Tier 3 for about the price of that one Awakening Gem. So maybe I'll be able to get everything. I don't know. Some people sometimes will say, well, Prof, you shouldn't do a video like this because depending on the store, you can get everything if you want. Well, there are going to be people who don't have the time to get everything. They've got a job and kids and a spouse, and they've got to travel maybe, or maybe they're sick, you know? There's a host of reasons. I never assume that everybody has the same amount of time to play this game that other people do or that YouTubers do. You know, it's just, I'm not going to make that mistake. Speaking of which, I love generic 6 stones. I am going to be purchasing these as soon as I can because they are my favorite. And you'll notice, quite confusingly, that the class-based ones are almost the same price as the generics, which usually the generics are like around twice as much. So buy the generics first. I think that's pretty safe advice. Tier 5 basic are also dirt cheap here. You only get 2 of them, but that is good cost. This is the first time that we have seen in this kind of store the class catalysts that are also very affordable and essentially selectors. You'll notice there is, for less than half the cost of the generic, a 6-star Awakening Gem Crystal you can purchase. I would highly recommend that. ISO in gold, not a bad purchase at all. I mean, this is a really good purchase for 1,000,000 gold. If you need it, purchase it. If not, save it until maybe the end. Again, the 6-star shards are important. The 50% Tier 5 Class Catalyst Selector, great deal. But Tier 3 Alpha, Tier 6 Basic, and 6 Stones are my top advice Tier 2 Alpha and Tier 5 Basic, when in doubt, you can get those from a variety of places, even for cheap units in the Rank Up store. So I am not going to advise people to purchase those until the end when they've got some amount left over and they're looking to burn it. All right, similarly, we've got this Mind Filament Forge. You'll notice we have different profile picks here: Civil Warrior, Guillotine, and the Overseer. Still same amount of 6-star shards, 1,000 per pop. Still some generic Sig Stones. We've got 6-star Relic Crystals. I'm saving all the Relic Crystals for last. I'm going to buy the 6 Stones well before any of those or any of the Relic Rank Up items. And then you can see we've got more Tier 5 Class Catalysts to purchase one of each of these colors. You have another great opportunity for gold, more Relic stuff, Tier 5 Class Catalyst Fragment Selectors, Tier 2 Alphas, Tier 5 Basic. It is highly fascinating. And so we had all these information messages, which is, of course, normal when new content comes out. And I just want to say it's going to be a tough way to beat the previous month's side quests, because I do think overall it was in the side quest Hall of Fame. I made a video about that. I'm very passionate about that. But I do like stores that give you selection. I can imagine there are going to be some people who have complaints like this. Where are the 7-star shards? I think I would agree. There should be some, but we're not used to seeing them in side quest content right now because Kabam wants to keep them to the most difficult of new content, whether that be Act 8 or a special gauntlet style quest. You know, they want the 7-star shards to be reserved for those opportunities. I'm not saying that it's good for the game. I'm certainly not saying I agree with it, but it is their sandbox. All we can do is play in it, so to speak. So again, if you need gold, if you need ISO, I get it. But the generic 6 Stones, the Tier 6 Basic and Tier 3 Alpha, the Tier 5 Class Catalyst Fragment Selectors, and or the Tier 5 Class Catalyst, those are the most valuable for what you can normally get in the game rewards. And I continue to say this every month. All of these rewards are so much better, like laughably better than the event quest. I know people who've just stopped either doing the event quest altogether, or they just care about completion. They do not care about exploration, especially with Battlegrounds back. They would rather put the time into Battlegrounds than they would into exploring any of the event quest difficulties. And I have to say it once again, I totally get that. I have a ton of energy refills, no matter what left over. You can see in my stash currently, if I pull it up, that I have just a record amount of energy refills in the overall 21 full energy refills. So that's kind of why I explore event quest content, because I've already got the energy refills. I might as well use them for something I haven't done. But if you're not in that situation, I totally get not doing it. So those are the best and worst values for the new stores. I know that yours might look different than mine, but that is my video. I always try to keep it under 10 minutes, and that is certainly what we've done with this one. So let's end it here. Thanks for watching and supporting the channel. Have a good one.